Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at all 6 of these figures. These are the Fantastic Four upcoming movie, First Steps. And then we have, of course, we have Mr. Fantastic, Susan Storm, what's his name? Johnny Storm, we have The Thing, we have Human Torch, and then, of course, we have Silver Surfer. So here are all 6 of them. The box design is quite nice, actually. I do like the design of these boxes. And then on the front, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it like that if they would stay up, hopefully. So we have 4, 5, 6, so all 6 of them. So let's open them up and see how they are. Alright, and here we have all the figures outside the packaging, and there's a reason why Johnny Storm and Human Torch arms are off. I'll tell you in a sec. But here, a good look at all 6 of them, and let's get a closer look at some of these. Well, all of these. So let's start off with Mr. Fantastic here. Mr. Fantastic figure comes with a pair of rubbery arms, and then an extra pair of hands. And Susan Storm figure comes with the shield and a pair of extra hands. And then Johnny Storm comes with some flame effects and an extra pair of hands. And then The Thing comes with an extra pair of hands. And Human Torch also comes with an extra pair of hands. And then the Silver Surfer comes with a base, a surfboard, and 3 extra hands. So there's everyone right there. So let's get a closer look at the individual figure. Right, so let's start off with Mr. Fantastic. Figure-wise, he looks fantastic. No pun intended. Head sculpt is really good. Let's take a look at that. Pedro Pascal head sculpt. Really good. And then as far as articulation, it goes same for everyone. Yeah, and the head in this one has a ball joint, and then there's a hinge on the neck there, so it allows him to look up quite a bit, which is nice. Shoulders, single joint right there. Then bicep swivel, double jointed elbows right there. Then the wrist goes in and out, and then the torso, there's a ball joint up here, minor movement, and then a swivel waist, ball jointed hips. This leg's gonna go up about that much. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and then a hinge ankle, and of course his feet could pivot. So that's pretty much what you can expect with all of these figures. Now Mr. Fantastic here has an extra set of arms. So what we could do, pop these off, and then we could plug these in, and these are bendy arms. So you can articulate them however you want. And the hands are not removable. It would have been nice if these hands could be interchanged with these. That would have been nice. So here we got Mr. Fantastic here, jumping over stuff. Kind of like that. Kind of cool. Yeah, there's a lot of possibility with this figure here, especially with the bendy arms there. So that's nice. It's really cool, actually. Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of possibility with this figure. So that's pretty much Mr. Fantastic. Next up, we have Susan Storm. She comes with a translucent shield, and the translucent shield is kind of cool. You can see there it's reflecting off or absorbing some either bullets or some sort of projectiles. Then here, let's get a good look at that head sculpt. She looks okay, not too bad. It doesn't look exactly like the actress, but I'm okay with it. And head rotation, of course, is going to be a little limited, very limited because of the hairstyle. And then shoulders, same thing, exactly the same as Mr. Fantastic. Torso section's a little bit better though. Torso movement is a little bit better, still has a waist swivel. And legs, same thing, exactly the same. So you can have her kind of going something like that. But her head, yeah, I could barely twist her head around. And there's a plug on her hand here, so you can plug this in. And there we go. There's the shield in action, right there. For Susan Storm. Right, next up we have Johnny Storm. Let's get a look at that head sculpt. I think this is the weakest head sculpt out of all the figures. And here's the reason why I took the arms out, because these are impossible to move. They're really, really, really stiff. And the rubber, the section that's attached to the bicep, is pretty rubbery. So when you have this attached, you're using a lot of weight on this bicep section here, which can rip that joint completely off. So I figure I would have to take this and heat it up with a hair dryer first, and then try to soften up, so which allows the joints to move a little bit smoother, and then plug it back in to the figure. But even now it's still it's really stiff. Don't understand why this one has to be really, really stiff like this. It's only for Johnny Storm and Human Torch. Those are the only two that has this issue here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. I still have to do something about this. I'm probably gonna shave a little bit off of the inner section of this arm or something, because right now it's just really stiff. Because otherwise I'll be putting a lot of pressure on the bicep section. But I will plug him back in so you guys can see. Oh, and then if you have to Human Torch, then you can kind of interchange a couple of these pieces and kind of do like a gradual transformation from human. I mean from what's his name again? Golly. Johnny Storm to Human Torch. You can kind of go, because head is interchangeable. Everything's interchangeable between these two. So you kind of go like that, and then have them go flame on, and then slowly, gradually changing to the Human Torch. But now I'm going to plug these arms back in, just so we can see the figure. Okay, now it's in. Dang, that was tough. Okay, they're back in. But yeah, I'm not gonna extend his arms out, because I will be putting too much force onto these bicep sections here. But yeah, as far as articulation, everybody's exactly the same. No huge difference. And then it comes with flame effects. So you could wrap these around his hands there and create some sort of a flame effect, something like that. And next up we have the Thing, and head sculpt on him is really good. Let's take a look at that first. Look at that head sculpt, really nice. Let's get a good look at the rest of him, because there's a lot of detailing on him. And as far as his articulation, head is on a ball joint. You can look up, and shoulders, nicely done. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow for this one, but it can still swivel. And then the hands goes in and out, and then the abdominal section, the chest cannot do that much of a crunch, but if you rotate his abdominal piece around, now he could do a better crunch. Look at that. Not so much of an arch, but more of a crunch now. But if you rotate him back, he could do an arch better, but not a crunch. I prefer him doing a crunch more, so most likely if I pose him in any type of poses, I will rotate this around. Legs, same thing like all the other ones. So I'm going to rotate him, go like that. I wish his head could look up a little bit higher. Still a very cool The Thing figure. Alright, next up we have Human Torch. He's a translucent figure. Ow. Just like Johnny Storm. His arms are also extremely tough to swing outward. These joints are like super tight. I don't understand why. And only for these two figures too. All the other ones are fine. But yeah, Johnny Storm and Human Torch. Wow, this one's like almost impossible to move. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, like these are like super tight, and there's no way for me to move it. And if I were to move his arm up, this piece, the peg piece that's going into this bicep section is gonna rip completely off. So that's why I didn't put him back together, and I'm gonna leave him off. Well, I guess I will put them back together for now. Oh my God, he's impossible. Jesus Christ. Okay, I might have to do this off camera. You know what, I'm not gonna put him in. I'm just gonna leave him out like this. Whatever. But you get the idea. There's the Human Torch, translucent figure throughout. The whole thing is translucent, and all the flames are removable except for this one, I believe. This one is attached to the neck, the base of the neck, so you cannot remove this, nor can you remove the hair. But everything else is removable, like these. Well, not the feet ones. That's the arms. This little flame gauntlet piece is removable, so you could attach this to Johnny Storm, which is kind of nice to give him a little more flame effect. And then he has extra hands with flames on it. That's cool too. Oh, his watch came off. His translucent watch. Or armband. I'm not even sure if these are watch or just armbands that they have. So there we go. Human Torch. It's quite a nice figure too. Articulation is exactly the same as everyone else. And you could kind of see through these, so you could kind of get a sense of how they're made, which is pretty cool. Yeah. And then lastly, my favorite one is the Silver Surfer. The base is nice, hollow, but it is enclosed. And then as for the figure, she has the same hinge joint as Mr. Fantastic. So her head can look up a little bit, and then the torso section's okay, not too bad. There's no waist articulation, just to keep the design a little nicer. Her legs go up a little higher. Swivel, same thing like all the other ones. So let's have her ride the surfboard. Let's get this leg up then. It's easier because and she has interchangeable hands, of course. Let's get her on the board. Yeah, I don't mind them changing the Silver Surfer to a female version for the movies. I'm okay with that. And here's the base. You just slide this down and it'll click on. I mean, it'll push to a certain point and it won't move anymore. So there's your Silver Surfer on a base, which is awesome. So let's get a closer look at her. And her head sculpt's quite nice too, look at that. And she's completely silver, just silver plastic. But she looks great. And here's a side view. We'll rotate her around so you guys can see all of her. Yeah, it's a nice figure. I like it. So, there you have it. Let me pose them all up. Ooh. Or you know what, I'll keep her on the base. Ankles are a little weak though on this figure. Now I need to put them back together. I'll put them back together. So there you have it. There's the whole team of the Fantastic Four, the whole wave, and these figures are nice, except for the joints, the shoulder joints for Human Torch and Johnny Storm. Otherwise, they are fantastic. So there you go. Let's get one last look at them. Susan, Mr. Fantastic, Reese, so Reese, Richard, or something. And there's really pretty Silver Surfer. Thing also looks fantastic. And Johnny Storm. So there you go. And thanks for watching.